Hi everybody, I've graded your LangBlog videos and I've posted your grades for CA2 in the ruck, as well as comments for both the wiki task and the LangBlog task. Individual comments are available in the ruck, so please go take a look at your marks and your individual comments. Here in this video, I will be sharing comments that are general, comments for things that I noticed that everybody, or at least many of you, did in the LangBlog exercise, okay? So let's start off with some pronunciation issues that I noticed. So first of all, let's start with the word social. This exercise was all about social media, so many of you had to say the word social. Now, I noticed that there was some influence from both Spanish and Catalan in your pronunciation. So I heard social and I heard social. But this C-I-A-L in English for social, we pronounce that C-I-A-L like an S-H. So it's social, not social and not social. It's social. Also, media, we pronounce it media. I know in Spanish and in Catalan, it's media, but in English, it's media. Okay, so social media. All right, the next thing I noticed, and this is mainly for the classmates who are from Colombia, I noticed some South American Spanish Y pronunciation influence, especially in the words you and young. When you are pronouncing the letter Y at the beginning of a word, make sure you use the English ya pronunciation. So I heard the South American Spanish J pronunciation, so I heard Ju and Jung instead of you and young. So you need to work on that ya sound. So you and young. I also heard a little bit of, this is for both Spanish and Catalan, I heard for the letter V, I heard a little bit of the letter B coming out. So for the word view, so several of you said, in my point of view, but I heard B. So I heard view, or for the words advantage and disadvantage, I heard advantage or disadvantage. You need to make sure that sounds like a V. So advantage and disadvantage, okay? All right, another word that was very common, a lot of you wanted to talk about privacy. And many of you made that Spanish or Catalan I sound, that E, privacy. And again, with the V sound, I also heard privacy. So it's privacy, privacy, okay? All right, another thing to talk about is the word live, L-I-V-E. This has a couple different pronunciations depending on how you use it, but the most common is live. Live with a soft I, live. So I live in Florida. I used to live in Russia. I used to live in Kyrgyzstan. Now I live in Florida. You use social media to keep in touch with friends who live abroad, okay? The pronunciation live, we use usually for something that is happening right now. So maybe I am watching a live concert. That means the concert is happening right now. So that is not very common. We don't use live to talk about where you live. Okay, so several of you said, oh, I use social media because I have friends who live in another country. No, that's live. All right, also there is a related word, life, L-I-F-E. And that has that strong I, life. So I want my life to be relaxing, or I want my life to be fun. So students tend to get those a little confused sometimes, so keep that in mind. So we have live, live, and life. So I live in Florida. I watched a live concert. My life is very relaxing. Okay? All right, let's talk a little bit about some grammar now. Again, just like the last LangBlog activity, a lot of you still are saying, I'm agree and I'm disagree. Don't do that, okay? So we say, I agree and I disagree, all right? I agree, I disagree. Okay. Also, in English, and this is different from Spanish and Catalan, in English, the adjective comes before the noun. So if you think about in Spanish, you could say, yo tengo un gato blanco. I'm looking at my white cat right now. I have a white cat is what I say in English, but in Spanish, you would say, yo tengo un gato blanco, cat white. But English, I have a white cat. Now, this is the same if you say a longer sentence. So for example, one of you said, social media is a tool very powerful. Here, the noun is a tool, and the adjective describing that is powerful. So powerful needs to come before tool. So social media is a very powerful tool. Okay? All right, the last thing. Several of you wanted to use the idiomatic expression on the other hand, but a lot of you said in the other hand, for the other hand. It's on the other hand, okay? So please remember, on the other hand, okay? But overall, you guys did really, really well on this exercise, okay? All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye.